when it comes to sales and finance efficiency, and bringing those together for in working to that goal for a company, it really comes down to quote to cash automation. And we work with companies across the board, from, like I said, from all sizes, but everywhere on their automation journey. And almost everyone starts, or maybe if they've already gone down this journey, they revisit the quote to cash automation first and most often, simply because it's, let's face it, it's one of the most important areas of the organization to be able to book your transactions successfully, be able to move towards fulfillment of those as quickly as possible. And it's really the beginning of that customer journey post sale, and accuracy, efficiency is critically important there. And when we often kind of can think about this in a way that it can be very, very simple in theory. Hey, we just need to move closed opportunities from the CRM into the ERP as sales orders. How hard can that be? And in theory, that is pretty simple. But the reality of that, there's a lot of complexity, and it's you don't just move those transactions over. You have dependent records. You need items. You need to have a plan for your accounts, how you're going to synchronize those. And then that quickly expands, because that's one, not just enough, but also automation typically it grows because you, as an organization, you see value from that. And also the applications in your organization grow. And that's really a key thing. And we often think of this in terms of foundational SaaS applications. So Salesforce is a CRM, for example, as well as NetSuite is your ERP, both foundational SaaS apps. They're systems of record in finance and in sales. But that's not the limit by far of the applications that a sales or finance team would be using. And in a typical mid-market organization now, you see upwards of 100 SaaS applications. And even just in the quote to cash process, what we very, very often see is often 20 applications being involved, or more, when you look at everything that's involved on both that sales and that finance side through that quote to cash journey. And if you are purchasing your applications, and like a lot of people, if you find that you don't quite get the value expected from those once you've implemented them. So if you've got those, you know you have a need, there's a fantastic plethora of applications out there to meet some very pointed and specific business needs, whether that's the foundational ones, that's your CRM and your ERP, or some of the things that are further out and more a little bit more removed, but solving some problems and often a best of breed point solution. They can do a great job of solving that point solution. But if you find in your organizations, like the majority that we talk to, that you don't quite get the value you expected, and often it's maybe 80% there, but quite frequently we hear that it's like, oh, it's only really helping us half as much as we thought. And that core problem, what's causing that gap, is a lack of automation and integration between those systems. That by adding those new SaaS applications as you grow as an organization, you're creating new data silos, and you're actually creating fragmented business processes. So you've solved the problem at one hand with that SaaS app, but you've also usually created another if you haven't had a good plan for integration. And this is really helpful to understand, because wherever you are in your journey, and whether you're a newly funded startup, or maybe just hitting revenue stage, and now you're implementing those foundational applications for the first time, if you keep growing and you hit your growth targets, those are going to be far from the only applications you have. And you're going to keep adding those, and that's going to grow, and that's going to create the need for much more automation than just the basic CRM, ERP movement of a few records. It will rapidly grow, and understanding the need for that and knowing that you're going to need to get there is really going to help you pick the right solution, because you need something to meet these needs that'll be quick to implement and have a rapid time to value now, but also meet the needs long term, that will have flexibility, because you can't possibly predict what you're going to do with your business in the future. You have an idea, but as we all know, certainly I think there's a lot of people in the space right now that have been we know that the change is ever rapidly increasing. Just the events of the last week with Silicon Valley Bank prove out that the only constant is change right now, and agility and being able to react quickly is critical to moving forward and better preparing your business. And that's really what this is all about: a solution now, but also having the right foundation for a solution in the forward for the future, to give you the agility you need.